My name is Liam Walsh. I'm Managing Director of Peter Walsh & Sons Manufacturing Limited. We're based here in Three Castles, County Kilkenny. The company was set up initially as a corn mill, and in my grandfather's spare time, he was an inventor, and he came up with an idea one day to make a machine for sowing grass. But the way he sold it to the co-ops was, if you have a machine to give out free of charge when a farmer buys his grass seed off you, it's giving you one on your competitors. To this day, if you go into a tier lawn or any of the big co-ops, you will still see Walsh grass seed sowers. Peter Walsh & Sons has had many guises. Initially corn mill, then a machinery manufacturer, then we were doing the likes of animal husbandry products, and then now for the last 40 years we're doing school furniture. I decided that I would go down and approach my old head of engineering in Carlow IT, and I went down to have a talk with this guy and asked him, was there anything he could think I could make with the few machines I had? And he said, Liam, he said, there's a lecture theatre to be built in the front of the school, he said, the college, and they need tip-up seating. He said, do up a prototype of the tip-up seat, and he said, don't be too worried about the price, it'll be looked on favourably. He said, because the college knew my situation because my father had died suddenly. So I went back here, made the prototype. Let alone did I get the prototype right, I got the price right as well. And that's where school furniture started here in our company here. That's more than 40 years ago. To this day, we've grown the company from a corn mill. Now we are Ireland's largest school furniture manufacturer, and we will be recognised throughout the whole of Europe. Everyone would know our little company here in Three Castles. It's a family business now, and I have two sons working in the business. One is the production manager and one is the warehouse manager. My wife is the financial director. My sister is large projects manager. My two brothers-in-law are working in the factory as well. So it's a real family company.
Hi, I'm Liam Walsh. I'm the warehouse manager and the compliance manager in Peter Walsh & Sons. I've worked in the business for the past 7 years full-time, and I've been here since I've been high. Initially we started with waste segregation, so we started separating our recycling and our general waste. We actually built a cardboard recycling plant a couple of years ago, and we started recycling all our cardboard out to the recycling centre out in Callan. We actually managed to minimise on the amount of bins that we have around the place. So whenever we're loading the lorries, we'd actually mainly use blankets, make sure that we're cutting down on cardboard waste. We would have had a driver training programme, so we'd be able to maximise our route planning. We'd also have our lorries loaded to full capacity. We'd never leave with a half load or anything like that, so we're maximising on fuel efficiency as well around the place. The Euro 6 lorry has much lower emissions than a standard lorry. We installed LED lighting around the place, which has drastically cut down actually on our electricity bill. So we installed a biomass plant 2 years ago, which has helped us to reduce our timber waste from all around the workshop. We're actually able to use the timber now and generate heat from it. We green screened all our suppliers to ensure that they adhere to sustainable practices. So we purchase all of our raw materials as locally as possible to ensure that we're cutting down on carbon emissions. In November, we had a 60 kilowatt hour solar farm installed. It's now generating 35% of our electricity. We're only going to see that number increase now as well during the summer. On average, 35% of our electricity comes from the solar farm. So far this year, we've saved 8.5 tonnes of coal, 9.8 tonnes of CO2, and the equivalent of planting 15 trees. We are virtually now a zero waste facility. The only waste that we generate is the sweepings off the floor and oily rags. Advice I'd give to companies starting out on their environmental journey is try build a culture in your company of sustainability and environmental practices. Rome wasn't built in a day. Start small.
Hi, my name's Darragh Walsh and I'm the production manager of Peter Walsh & Sons. So this is our biomass plant. This is where all our waste timber is either shredded and mulched, and our sawdust then meets it in the mini silo, and it's both combined together, which burns into heat in the workshop. So this is the timber area of our factory, where all our sheet material is cut, CNC'd, edge banded, and so on and so forth. This is the steel area of our workshop, where all the steel comes in, where it's cut. It could be bent, folded, punched, drilled, various different needs for different jobs. This is our powder coating area in our workshop, where all our furniture is powder coated into different colours. We have one boot which does grey recycled, one boot which does black recycled, and one boot that does multicoloured, all fully recycled. And just behind me then is our two ovens, which all our powder coating is being baked on, which uses forced air and burns up to 180 degrees. We are currently looking at getting low bake system, which does 150 degrees. This is our welding shop, where everything that's been prepared in the previous area is being put together and assembled. This is our dispatch area, where everything that's manufactured in our workshop comes across here to be assembled and then sorted into different areas of the country, which we'll deliver ourselves using our own transport fleet. This is our warehousing facility, where everything we don't manufacture is stored, such as whiteboards, notice board, office chairs, etc.
This is not the end of our sustainability journey. We feel that it's a real benefit to our company. We're a small company, but it actually really does help. I've been here running this company for the last 40 years. I hope the two boys will do it for the next 40 years, and I hope that they continue the environmental path we have started here.